Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Goddess Guidance. It is me, your goddess, Hestia Aphrodite, the voice and the truth from the divine realm. If you are new to this channel, please be sure to like and subscribe so that I can know and that our community can know that, like Solange Knowles said, be weary of the ways of this world. Be weary of the ways of this world. Things may not always be as they are appearing to you. Things may actually be an illusion. There's a quote that says something along the lines of, "The world is a stage." What if this world was just a stage? What if this was all an illusion of sorts? What if your life was an illusion of sorts? What if? My life has not been easy. I come to you with my goddess guidance from the ethers of this multi-dimensional world. And I can attest to you that my human experience on this earth has been tragic. My life has sort of been a tragedy that I somehow transmute into joy. And some days I don't know how I do it. I don't know how. I don't know where the strength comes from. Well, I do know where it comes from. It obviously comes from a higher power, a higher source. And even that, and even then, there's just some days where I don't know how I make it with everything that I have gone through and I have been through. And I share that to state that life for those of us with godly assignments who are chosen, who are the earth angels of this world, the psychics, the empaths, life tends to be very difficult for us. Life tends to be very harsh for us. It has never been easy. And I understand. If anyone understands your story, the twists and the turns, the trauma, the abuse, the betrayal, the harm, the intentional harm that was inflicted upon you by those spaces and places that were meant to uplift you and love you and support you. If anyone understands what that feels like, it is me. And I know that there may be days where you are struggling, where you are falling to pieces on the floor. Or like me, it always tends to happen on my yoga mat. And you just wonder, how have I made it so far? How is it that I have not broken yet? Where does this strength come from? Because I know if I was a different kind of person, or if I had a different kind of spirit, I would have crumbled a long time ago. And I will say the thing that gets me through is understanding that it's just a moment. Even though lots of life has been very much so tragic, there have also been so many spaces and places of beauty because I have chosen to not give up on myself. I chose to understand that I should be weary of this world because so much of it is an illusion. Therefore, I will work on my discernment. I will work on my resilience. I will reach out to my trusted and vetted therapist when necessary and needed. I will surround myself around people who make me feel good and who genuinely love me. And if that is not a community that I have at that moment, I am willing to work on my own self-love because I understand that anything that comes into my life is simply a reflection of who I am. Tomorrow will always be a better day when you know and when you are willing to understand. There's always an opportunity to not only transform, but to transmute your experiences. So although life may have been and sometimes will still be tragic, I can transmute that energy into comedy. I can be a vessel and a conduit for healing. That there are people in this world, divine people who are fantastic practitioners who I can go to when there is something that I need that I cannot get myself. There is always a way. There is always another day. And that is how we move on. And that is how we move forward, because we are not victims to our circumstances. Rather, we are survivors of everything that we went through. Because if we were not survivors, we should have gone a long time ago. And honestly, people probably tried to take us out a long time ago, whether that be emotionally, whether that be physically, whether that be spiritually. Honey, they tried. And still, I am standing. And still, you are standing. You are standing because you are a warrior. You are standing because you are a survivor. You are standing because this is bigger than you. You, my dear, are a part of a divine army. You, my dear, are a chosen one. You, my dear, are working for the hands of the Most High Mother and Father to ascend. And not only are you here to ascend, you are here to support others in their ascension. Yeah, it is bigger than you. It is bigger than I. So although we must be weary of the ways of this world, we trust the Most High first and foremost, understanding that we will never be neglected or abandoned by the divine Holy Spirit that lives outside of us, but also that lives within us, and that we have the power. But not only do we have the power, we have the duty to move forward and move forward greatly. Until next time, everyone. Bye-bye.